It's the Date Master. Yes, we're back again with another video. Make sure when you come in, you hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification bell. So once I drop a video, you are notified. With no further ado, let's get into this video. We're going to discuss why divorce is contagious and the foundation of a failed relationship. Because when you look at, relationships, what you're starting to notice, and I've mentioned this in previous videos, is I like to always leave breadcrumbs in the previous video for the next video, because a lot of this stuff ties in together when it comes to dating, mating, mingling with women, etc., etc. But you notice you start to see regular everyday people trying to mimic and live the lives of celebrities, whether they be Instagram celebrities, mainstream football players, athletes. You see regular people because they're so consumed with social media, because the phone, the internet is the new crack, for lack of better words. You have people that stay on the internet all day, studying people, following, trends, trying to mimic a look, trying to mimic a talking point. You see these posts by men and women. You say, I saw this somewhere before. Mostly with women. They're the ones that pretty much repeat and regurgitate the same mindset because of how they're made. They have a hive mindset. So you start to see regular everyday people who are struggling, who are not on the same level from a physical standpoint, financial, social, etc., trying to play and portray themselves as if they have a celebrity lifestyle, or they're working towards living a celebrity lifestyle. Mistake number one. So you start to see the relationship, the post, these if you're on social media, you saw the flowers that come in the colors. I believe they're like a couple $100 for a dozen. And I think Yo Gotti got, Angela Simmons, a lot of them. Those have become very trendy. So women are saying they want these because they want to feel and be looked at in the same light as a Angela Simmons, as a Miracle Watts, as a, Cardi B. They think that they're them because they can mimic the look. You see? So let's look into the relationships. You start to see the breakups happen in the same fashion. The regular everyday people, you see the TikTok famous, you see them on YouTube. You have content creators whose sole content base is sharing TikToks of women, sharing TikToks of men who give their testimony as to why they left or how their woman left them. Sometimes the woman doesn't get on the internet and show the damage of the relationship that she ruined. The man will get on there for her. So you see these everyday people thinking they can live and move like celebrities, thinking they have endless options like the celebrities do. And they find out the hard way that they are not the celebrities that they portray themselves to be. You look at this past week, you had all type of breakups and divorces and rumors of cheating. And the reason why I did not really do a full-blown video on the Remy Ma, because it's all speculation. I think it has come out confirmed, I'm not sure, but I don't really like to discuss rumors. But the fact, I'm going to touch on this briefly, the fact that this is even a rumor is more damage than what needs to be. The fact that it is a rumor that this man's wife, girlfriend, whoever, I think they're married, I'm not sure. The fact that it is even such a rumor that this woman has slept with another man who's in the same, I would say, industry as her current man, who was loyal, who held her down when she was locked up, who birthed a child with her. She has been outed by another rapper for cheating. And I believe it is confirmed that Papoose punched the guy that she's cheated with, which pretty much gives me a lot of confirmation. But again, I do not like to speak on speculation. It has to be confirmed for me to really go in on it. But the fact that it is even a rumor is unacceptable. Now, people can say, well, she was in jail for 6 years. He could have been out here doing whatever. Of course, he's a man. However, he did not leave. And the way men cheat and women cheat is not the same. If it would have been the same, it would have been him leaving her. You see, it would have been him starting another family with another woman, taking care of another woman. So, but the fact that it's even a rumor is too much damage for a man of his status to bear. Now, people say, well, you can work it out. Of course, they can work out whatever, differences they have. People make mistakes, of course. But the fact that all of this happens in a consistent timeline is a alarming issue. You look at Tiana Taylor. She has to make this grandstand post as to differentiate her divorce and her split from her man, Iman Shumpert, from everyone else's, because she doesn't want the basis to be infidelity, because in her mind, she's the queen bee. She's the baddest that he's ever had. So he couldn't possibly cheat on her. That's why she had to make this grandstand, because her value is in her sexuality. It's no way possible he can find another woman attractive enough to cheat on me without me being present. So you have to look at what's being said and what's not being said. And then you look at Ariana Grande, the Young Jeezy, all of this. I'm telling you, divorce is contagious, and the foundation of all of these failed relationships, you want to know what the one common denominator is? They've all exploited and exposed themselves to public opinion, to public validation. Because we must ask, people always say, well, you don't know what he was doing and all of this. Well, in these divorce proceedings, I would say the law should be put in place, or there should be certain clauses in place. Well, how does your social media, how is it tattooed with nothing but you and on happy pictures, family vacations, family photos, smiles, hugs, kisses, dinner dates, all of this, etc.? How is your social media tattooed with all of this happiness and positivity, but yet he was so bad? You have to make this make sense, because now this opens up another line of questioning. One, are you fronting for social media? Who are you painting this beautiful picture for if when it comes to the end of the relationship, everything was bad, he was toxic, he was cheating? Why does your social media not reflect that? Why do you have 1,000 photos of pure bliss and happiness if he was so bad? See, we have to start asking these type of questions. These type of things need to be taken into consideration when divorce court and child support and alimony. He was this, it was toxic, it was irreconciled. Well, ma'am, you have 1,000 pictures on your social media between the last 2 years. How is everything all shit, but you have 1,000 photos cheesing on date nights and trips? You see, this is why divorce is contagious, because now, again, this goes to the regular, everyday, regular woman. She wants to have that type of value. She wants to be revered as someone who is dealing with a man who's going to take her on dates and take her on trips. And then when the relationship goes kaput, she said, well, my man isn't good enough either. I'm going to get rid of mine. You can't make this shit up. How do you have 7 divorces occur simultaneously? And I'm just saying the number 7 because that's just a number that I picked. It's possibly way more. You look at not Robert De Niro, but Al Pacino and his situation. She got the bag. I got the child, and now I'm going to leave. And the courts allowed this, and they incentivize this type of behavior. This is why a woman like a Brittany Renner and so forth will put videos out telling, hey, you want to get rich and want to be secure for life? Have a baby by an athlete, because they're dumb and they just want to come in you. But this is the foundation of the fair relationship, is exposing yourself to public opinion and public validation. I have to show the gram and the book and TikTok that I have a guy that does what the fuck I want and what the fuck I say. That's why they put this out. They put this out to show other women that I have my man trained. And if he doesn't do this, I'm going to leave. And the men voluntarily bow into this narrative in this position of subordination. They acquiesce to the woman. The woman doesn't acquiesce to them, because the woman, they know how to shop. A lot of women, they come from a certain background. Their grandmothers and great grandmothers and aunties taught them how to shop for these weak men, worker bee men that works for them and not for the purpose of the Most High. That's why you lose. Nicki Minaj, clown. And she'll eventually leave him. But once she see it just doesn't give her the value, because her value is dropping every day. Every single day. You're with the man who has to register as a sex offender. You're a fool. These women stay in the casino too long. And again, this is all too common. So when these divorce stories start to spread, what will happen, women will say, well, okay, I guess it is to leave. Why be miserable? You have to ask yourself, if you're in a relationship, more likely you just didn't get married the second date. But the relationship went left because you were faking. In a lot of cases, women fake. They fake the funk to get the ring, to get the security of a man. And then when they get into the marriage, they do the bait and switch, as I mentioned in my previous video about Remy Ma and Young Jeezy. You mean to tell me we get to the marriage and we find out our beliefs and family values don't align? Huh? You mean to tell me we date for years and years and you find out that I'm not good or we just grew apart? What? This is the type of shit. When a woman says we grew apart, that means she had her own agenda and the man was not playing into it. So you have to look at what's not being said versus what's being said. But the divorce epidemic, the failed relationship epidemic is only going to get worse, because the more these stories come out, the more women will feel comfortable because they'll be desensitized. It is going to be commonplace to leave their families, to leave their men that stuck by them. You have women with a baby poking out of their stomach already looking for stepdaddies, and stepdaddies are waiting because they're the bottom of the barrel. That's all they can get, is a woman with another man's baby about to bust out of her stomach. You have to ask yourself, what value do I have as a man when I have to seek a woman with another man's child inside of her still? And what kind of woman am I dealing with that wants to date me knowing she has another man's child in her stomach still? But this is America. No religion, secular, no God, no moral, no value. This is what you're going to deal with. But it could be. I think I'm going to do a part 2 to this, because I want to dive into the foundation of the failed relationship a little bit more. Because one thing you'll notice when you look at all of these relationships that go kaput, they have a lot of things in common. But you guys let me know what you think about this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. It's the Date Master.